And I want to address something real quick, but I'm going to take a couple seconds because I was laughing out loud at you guys. You guys are hilarious. But yeah, it's rainy. You can't really tell. Got some hand rail. I just use this room for boxing, storing. Not I don't box in here for storing boxing stuff and pictures of me and my girl. Look how hot she is. I'm definitely lucky. But so yeah, I posted a video yesterday. I started this playlist called Confessions. It just gives me an opportunity to speak a little bit more candid to you guys in a video setting, in an edited video setting, and not always stay in the pocket. I've been finding I love doing the stats don't lie videos, but it forces me to stay in the pocket regarding my personality and just allowing you guys to kind of get to know who I really am and what I'm all about. And if you knew me, I don't take things seriously. I'm not a stressed, sort of like on edge type of dude. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. My girlfriend always says, "You remind me of a little boy." So with that being said, I have to remind myself sometimes when I pick these topics to talk about that they come with a lot of history, these topics, and there's a lot of, I guess, hate, vitriol, a lot of emotions that come with some of these topics. And sometimes some of the commenters make me laugh, make me think. Sometimes I rush to judgment on certain things on what to say. But I want to talk about the video I did yesterday, my perspective on the Canelo scenario and him choosing Edgar Berlanga. And it was not that long ago, man. I tried telling my boys, my friends who are boxing fans that I see at the gym, it was not that long ago that Berlanga was the it guy in boxing. Look at his, when he was 16-0 with 16 knockouts, go look at those articles, go look at the boxing websites, what they were heralding Berlanga as. Like, he was the it guy, 16 in a row, Puerto Rican, New York, knockout artist. And now we have him at 22-0 with 17 knockouts. So as the competition has gotten more stiff, like it does in boxing, it's difficult to knock people out. Bud Crawford said yesterday on the interview that he wishes all of the fans knew how hard it was to knock a guy out who was trained to not get knocked out, but also to knock you out, okay? So that being said, Berlanga wasn't everyone's first choice, obviously, but David Benavidez has never been my first choice to fight Canelo. Like where I come from, you know, how I was raised. I played sports my whole life. I was always the smallest kid. I don't like bullies. I don't like people who are entitled to things. So say what you will. When I bring up Canelo and talk about I hope he never fights Benavidez, why do Floyd Mayweather fans always come into the conversation? You know, I've only started doing boxing content for over a year, but it's hilarious to me to see in the comments people bring up, but y'all wasn't saying that about Floyd, but y'all like, what are you talking about? So some of the funniest things that I find hilarious with commenters is when they start a conversation with, but y'all wasn't saying that about that, or keep that same energy about, what are you talking about? That has no relevance with what I'm talking about. So that's something that over time I'm learning about the online boxing space. It's hilarious. So I talked about how I like the fact that at this stage of Canelo's career, the Canelo is picking guys that are good, that it's on his terms. Now, yes, we want to see the best fighters fight the best, but I mean, sometimes that doesn't happen. So it's possible for us to change our perspective on things and look at things for how they're actually happening rather than saying he's a duck. Because, dude, I guarantee you would not call Canelo a duck to his face. I guarantee you wouldn't call any fighter a duck to his face. I got to be honest with you. I mean, maybe one or two instances in boxing, but I don't even use that word because I don't think it's real. I don't believe that the word duck exists in real fighting. I box. I've been boxing my whole life. Like, no, hang around some fighters. There's no such thing. Dude, think about guys you work with who've never even been taught how to throw a punch. That guy at your job thinks that he could box. Like, for some reason in our DNA, in our male DNA, every guy thinks that they could just box with no training. So you're telling me guys with training at the highest level, martial artists, skill set, samurai knockout artists like Canelo Alvarez, who came from nothing, dirt floors, the villages of Mexico, and built his royalty with his hands, You telling me he's gonna duck somebody? Get out of here with that mess. So that's my perspective on things. So when I see Canelo picking guys like Jaime Munguia, who I'm a fan of, who comes from nothing. Boxers come from nothing. You know what I mean? These are the poorest kids in the world. You're not a rich, entitled kid, son of doctors who are going to pick the sweet science up. Understand that, okay? So when I see kids like Canelo making it, and and I talked about this in the video, nobody ever makes it. If we took statistics, all the boxers who have ever boxed in the world, less than 1% have ever really made it in terms of generational wealth. So when you have a guy like Canelo who makes it, and then whoever fights him, we remember, they also now have made it. Conor McGregor calls it the red panty party. You get a fight with Conor McGregor, call your wife, say, baby, we made it. Throw the red panties on, because that's generational wealth when Conor was at the highest. That's the same thing with Canelo. So when he puts Munguia on, it's putting him on, basically. That's what he's doing. He's putting him on. When he puts Berlanga on, I like that. I don't want to see Canelo put Benavidez on. Benavidez has already been put on. He's been asking too much. He got the Saudi money. He fought Vosnik in Riyadh season. He's a bully. He's 6'2", walks around over 200 pounds. Canelo Alvarez is only 5'8". There, I said it. Canelo Alvarez fought Floyd Mayweather at 152 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So just because stats and rankings and weight classes put and margin guys next to each other talking about that this is the guy they should fight, that isn't always correct. And when I talk about stats don't lie, think about it. I love when people say stats do lie. No shit. Obviously, that's why I go stats don't lie. To let you know that there's always going to be variances. There's always going to be variables. So somebody today, I did a post about the video about how I like Canelo and him fighting Berlanga. I like that. I don't mind that. I did a written blog on my Facebook group, and somebody said, oh my God, now Canelo's a good Samaritan. And so I found that really funny, and that should kind of trigger me to do this video. And I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're new to my channel, I say thank you. If you've never seen my videos, I'd love for you to hit subscribe. My perspective on boxing is always down the line, non-opinionated. I'm not going to bash anybody. Boxing is a blood sport. People die in the ring. People will die who have never made it. And so boxing shouldn't be something from the media perspective to be taken recklessly. I don't like channels on YouTube who are comedic about it. I don't like guys on YouTube who lie to get clicks, who talk about, like just yesterday, everyone's talking about Errol Spence retired. No, he didn't. EJ didn't retire, and then the real truth came out, and I posted about that. So just be aware who you take your boxing news from, who you listen to, and if you guys are following channels that they're bashing a fighter because they lost, or they're talking trash about a guy because they won, they're really not fighters. Because a true fighter, a true person who knows what it's like to get punched in the face and has been punched in the face, they're going to be humble. And it's kind of like I take my approach when I create content, kind of like I do, like if I'm out. When I was younger, I'd go to the bars, go to the nightclubs, and a stranger wants to start shit with me and wants to talk shit. And the first thing I look at them and I say, you know, you're talking all this shit right now. Rather than trying to fight a stranger because you don't know me, how about you go join a fight gym? Go to a fight gym tomorrow, join it, and then after you have a little experience of being in there, then come talk to me. Because people who know what the game is about are usually the nicest dudes, calmest dudes. They got nothing to prove. And the guys online who talk shit, the content creators on YouTube who talk shit, they're trying to prove something, and they really don't know what the game is about. And I got to run. Losing is the first. Yeah. Guys, I appreciate all of you. Hit the notification. I guess if you hit the notification button, I'm learning all this. Be patient with me. If you hit the notification button, when I put a video up, you get alerted. That helps with everything. So that would help me. So if you want to do that, I say thank you. Thanks for your support, guys.